Good afternoon, everyone, and this is Land Pheonix. So, Land Pheonix was the Army's alternative to the Air Force getting new missile systems, and in particular the Navy getting new missile systems. And of course, the Navy in the early 1980s, late 1970s, the Malagasy whatifians got the Tomcat, and the Army wanted some of that capability to use on their surface-to-air missile systems to replace what had gone before Bloodhound on a truck. And this system is still in reserve use, so no, it's not available to transfer to Ukraine. And it's basically quite a modular system, very transportable, and covers the whole spectrum of low to medium, almost to high long range air defence. But it has been replaced now in operational active service by the Patriot Pack 2 and Pack 3 system. Although it does remain in reserve service and is used for various deployments that the Malagasys do, because it's still a capable system, sitting just below Patriot in performance, but without the anti-ballistic missile capability. So these are all conversions of mainly Butler's printed models and S&S models kits with various parts. Now the system is scalable, and it all begins with the command group. Now the command group is the ping pong radar here, ping pong radar vehicle on an M113 chassis, a long range low level elevated radar system there, which can hinge down for transport. And then you've got the command vehicle here, where all your processing intercepts and your controllers go. And then as the system was revised in the 1990s to cope with low-level threats where you don't want to use your radars, it's got a electro-optical sensor there from Fleet Scale on an M113, and that means you don't have to use your radars to do targeting cues. You can do the initial detection and launch that way. Now the missiles have been upgraded, so they would have started off in semi-active homing with final target active homing, and then over time they would go to a data link with final target homing. The command group also includes a reconnaissance jeep, a spares carrier, and most crucially the missile loading vehicle, which is an M113 with a crane. And then it has a recovery vehicle here, which is a trumpeter converted M113, and then just one for carrying extra crew and Haribo around, another M113. So this is your command group. And then you've got the firing groups. Now, each one of these command groups can have up to 3 firing groups of 3 launchers each. So 9 launchers with 18 missiles. Now, when things aren't too active in an operation environment, they can operate on the 2 launchers with 4 missiles, and each launcher has their own M548 tractor to carry around the spare missiles. And when they get reloaded, the crane comes along, takes the missile off the back and puts it onto the launch vehicle. So everything is really quite deployable and modular. Now, in the early days, to protect these systems from low-level intruders and snap attacks, they would have had the M48 Chaparral. This is a later M48. They were upgraded with Stinger seeker heads and longer range motors, and this is one of the later ones there. And for very close in defence, they would have had the VADS or the M163 VADS, and all of that is taking its cueing from this system here. So when you have the upgraded Chaparral and you give its target cues from this, you've actually got a pretty comprehensive system still today. In the 1990s, they then moved on to the ADAS. This is the ADAS system, and these are currently in reserve service. So you've got the ADATs with their M548 trailers, and these are Butler's printed models ones. So the whole thing is designed to be modular, and it's designed to cover everything from longish range air defence interception. You do lose on the missiles because they don't have the boosters, even with the upgraded rocket motors as they would have had in time. You don't get the same range or launch velocity that you get, say, off a Tomcat. So it doesn't have that huge range that things like the Tomcat does carry from being launched in the air, or the Navy ones with their boosters, the Pheonix that I've made. But it does fit in nicely. It's a good reserve system. And then above this and above Patriot is thick Pheonix, which I've still got to build. And even today, in today's counter-drone war, you've got the Vulcan there, which can tie in with the ADATs, so you can keep a Vulcan with the ADATs. And you can even use the upgraded chaparrals in reserve, although they tend not to. But the whole thing gives you the ability, thank you to my son.
I'm Foxy.
Hello, Foxy. Gives you the ability to cover all the threats from...
Also, make a huge shout out to Lanky Box. You sound awesome.
Thank you. It allows you to cover everything from drones all the way up to a system just below the Patriot in performance. There you go. Take care.